Sylvester Stallone knew his whole life what he wanted to do. For him, it was a chance to inspire others. Life wasn't easy. At birth, he was pulled out by forceps. It's why he looks and speaks the way he does. 1,500 agents said, no, you're not an actor. His first 3 scenes led to nothing, but he never gave up. Sly sold his first script, Paradise Alley, for $100. That money didn't last long. The last thing he had left was his dog. He got $25. That was rock bottom. He cried, and soon after, watched a fight between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner. Wepner went 15 rounds but was pounded to a pulp. It inspired Sly, and he wrote for 20 hours straight the entire Rocky movie. Tried to sell it, but nobody wanted it. Too predictable, too sappy. Sly saved those comments and read them to himself the night he won the Oscar. Sly never gave up. One day, 2 guys offered to buy the script for $125,000. Sly said with one condition, I'm Rocky. No way. We need a star like Ryan O'Neal to play Rocky. Can you imagine? The same guys called him back and offered him $250,000 not to star in his own movie. Sly said no. They countered with $325,000. Sly said no. They compromised. $35,000, points in the movie, and Sly would play Rocky. Rocky has grossed over $225 million and the entire franchise over $1 billion. What's your Rocky moment, folks? What's your vision? Your unstoppable success? You were born to be a money master. The time is now to take massive action.
Let's go over to Don in Odessa, Florida. Don, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey, Steve. Thank you.
You bet. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I'm a subscriber to your service, and I would just want to let you know that I sure do appreciate what you've done for me.
Wow. Thank you very, very much.
The Trader's Edge with your host, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters out there. Welcome to the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and it is a fantastic Friday. Hope you're off to a start of a great day. I know I am. You should be, too. You got the futures are up. You got the Dow futures up about 50 or so. You got the NASDAQ futures up 15. S&P's up 6. So Santa Claus, the Santa Claus rally, folks, it has begun. It began yesterday, and it began all because of King Dollar. We'll take a spin around the world, but the Santa Claus rally is underway, slow as it may be. And it's just simply, you know, we told you that Santa had stopped by Larry's house first on Wednesday, and then came by here. He saw Tom and myself, and, you know, we convinced him. Well, one thing, one of the reasons that he stopped by here, folks, was because he didn't like the returns he was getting on his money. And, you know, what he found out was that his money manager, you know, wasn't using stops. And that is not the way to trade. We don't trade that way. We don't want you to trade that way. So you're in the right place. Now, folks, you can always catch us on TigerTV. For all of you listening to us on the radio out on the West Coast, thanks so much for doing that. You're up early in the morning. I know you all get up early anyways. And then everybody listening to the archive show up in New Hampshire, thanks so much for doing it. For everybody else, you can watch us on your mobile device, on your iPhone, your iPad, your Android device. All you have to do, really, if you don't have it set up, is just go to the homepage of TFNN.com. Over on the right-hand side, you will see a little area that's it's roped off, if you will, by red, you know, for Christmas red. Click on that. You'll be able to see the new live stream coming right to you. You'll be able to see exactly what it is that I'm looking at on my chart. You see Santa over my shoulder, if you will. I'm going to absolutely teach you something today. Probably more than one thing. But I'm going to at least teach you one thing, and for the next hour, you're under my care, guidance, and protection, and I want you to protect your assets, folks. You've got to learn how to protect that, right? Always. Now, this week, you know, I talked about the power, really, of decisions and the importance of being able to make a decision. And in the beginning, you know, when we started out, you know, which seems like a long, long time ago, but it could be the beginning of your investing career. Maybe it's just the beginning of your career, but most of you can probably go back to when you started out, you know, when you're fresh out of school and you're ready to take on the world. And in the beginning, we didn't know what was possible. I mean, we were dreamers. Some people called us dreamers. Most of us were visionaries. I know everybody listening in here, you guys are all visionaries. You're not dreamers. You know how to make dreams happen. You know how to turn the invisible visible. And so in the beginning, we don't really know what's possible. But in our life cycle, later on in our cycle, you know, when we've had success, then then there's something that just switches. There's a little switch that often turns on that makes us a little concerned about losing what it is that we've built up. Have any of you ever experienced that? It's a normal thought process. It's a normal emotion. And emotion's a good thing. By the way, how many of you out there have emotion in what you do? There's no question I have emotion, right? But what is emotion? If you get rid of the E, what is it? It's motion. It's all about energy. It's all about moving forward. If you're looking for happiness, if you're not happy with any part of your life, whether it's wealth, health, relationships, folks, you've got to get emotion involved. You know, when we take a look at these markets, the markets are nothing but emotion. And what we do is we trade off of that emotion. We look for fear, we look for greed, and we go ahead and we make decisions. And when you learn how to play the money game, when you really learn how to play the money game, what you do, folks, is you understand that there are ways that you can play this game. You can limit your loss and truly maximize your return. Because you never should risk more than 1% of your working capital on any one trade, at least when you get into it. You don't need to. You can make huge returns off of that. I teach you how to do that. I can teach you how to do that on the air. You can catch my archive shows. My newsletter does that. There's so many ways. I've got, you can go to Channel 5 on TigerTV. There's some webcasts. There's Mastering Probability webcasts that are out there. There's lunar trading systems that are out there. Really well time spent, in my opinion, because you're talking about an hour, a couple hours or so, to be able to learn how it is to put your money to work for you. Because in this day and age, folks, you really want to be able to get that money, being able to pay off at least all of your monthly expenses, your annual expenses, because when you're there, you have total freedom. You have financial freedom. You've got that rocky moment, if you will. Now, for some, not for some, for all of us, quite frankly, what holds us back from really taking action is that fear. It's that false evidence appearing real. You go back to most times in your life, all the times in your life, and probably your biggest challenges, I will bet that your fear was way up here when the reality was it only needed to be probably at this level, that you thought the worst possible thing, and actually you survived it, you came out of it, and that's really what trading is all about, is to recognize that there's all types of emotion in the marketplace. And you and I, we are going to absolutely take that information and we're going to benefit from it. We are going to trade and benefit from it. I've created a system, I've created a set of tools that allows us to attack these markets, because that's really what it's about. It's about a little war out there, if you will, and it's a set of tools that creates strategies and tactics in your life. You need to make sure that you know that you're spending most of your time on your strategies. Your tools are about 20% of what it is that you do, but your mind, that's really where your strategy is in place. And if you're trying to solve a problem, just sit down and don't focus on the problem. Okay? We all got problems. There's no question about that. But focus on the solution. And when you focus on the solution, folks, what I want you to do is I want you to at least write down 3 different solutions. You have to come up with 3 different solutions. You can do that in trading as well. Or sometimes we're always facing problems. Maybe you're facing problems because you're not getting the return that you want out of it. So what are 3 solutions? Maybe the trades, you're getting too stopped out. Whatever it is with regard to your money investing strategy, maybe there's a problem for you that you want to solve. So what are 3 different solutions? I suppose one could be stop trading. Now that's, I don't think that's, but so you can write that down. What's another solution? Go continue to educate yourself. Take more courses or what have you. What's the third solution? You can follow newsletter subscribers like Basil, like David White, Tom, Larry, myself. Get options. What's a 4th solution? So you can come up with a whole set of solutions. Most of these solutions, folks, don't really cost a whole lot, if any. All of our newsletters you can try for free in one way, sense, or another. Mine, I make you put down a credit card first, but it comes with an unconditional 30-day money guarantee. Why do I do that? Why do I make you pay up front? Why would you think that I would do that? There's a saying out there, folks, and I believe it with my heart. I know it with my heart because I know all about the emotion that's contained within inside me and contained within inside you. The reason is because when you pay for something, you pay attention. If you get something and you think that it's absolutely for free, if you will, and it's got no value, you won't pay attention to it. And I want you to pay attention because I want you to be successful in this money game. I want you to take advantage, of a Santa Claus rally that's out there. And if you don't take advantage of that, don't worry, because there's another trade that is just coming right around the corner. And so, I really want you to be able to take advantage and there's a difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know. And that is so true inside these markets, because I can give you a whole set of strategies. They might be retracement strategies. They might be butterfly strategies, Gartley strategies, tests of swing points. How about if we're looking at my screen here right now? One of the strategies you can take a look at are channels. And you can see right now what I've got up on my screen here is the dollar index on a weekly chart. Now, the dollar index on a weekly chart, and for whatever reason, we can take a look at different markets, and they work with inside these channels on the way down, on the way up. In this case here, we're taking a look at a weekly chart. Now, what you can see is the dollar broke out of its downtrend. It broke out of this downtrend right here. It broke out the week of September the 2nd, 2011. Now, when it broke out of this, it gave us all kinds of clues. Excuse me. One of the clues was the candle that it formed here. This candle is a bullish engulfing candle. Now, that candle is so strong, just like you, because that candle engulfed this body here from the prior week. It engulfed this body. It engulfed this body. It engulfed this body. It engulfed this body. This candle right here, September 2nd. If I only taught you the strategy of bullish engulfings or bearish engulfings, folks, that would be a strategy to trade on. And you would want to understand that there's more power behind a monthly candle than there is a weekly, and there's more power behind a weekly than a daily, and a daily versus a 120-minute chart, and a 120 versus a 30, and so on down the line. This here, folks, this gave us every indication that King Dollar was on the move. Absolutely on the move. What do you have happen the second week? Look at this. Absolutely just takes right off. And where is it going? It's created this channel that we're in. And you can see that 2 days ago, what the dollar index did, it got up to a high of $80.78. It was making a move on a weekly chart right here. It was coming against the week of October the 7th. You can see we're trading below it right now. We're just trading inside a normal channel. Right now, it's going to be backing off a bit. That's what's going to give us this Santa Claus rally. If we go take a look at this on a monthly basis, let's do that real quickly before we go to break. Let's put up the monthly chart on the dollar index, folks. You can see on the dollar index now, we have not broken out of the monthly channel, have we? You can see how the dollar index has been moving down. If we just simply go back to 2002 up here, just inside the channel that I've got showing up here, you can see still what the dollar index did was it came up here and it touched the top of this trend line. Now what's it going to do? Well, if we break out of this monthly channel, folks, and we will, when we break out of this monthly channel, you're going to see this market start to move downward. And, folks, we are in the worst bear market possible. But you can make money both ways, when the market's going up and when the market's going down. I want to teach you how to do that. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Hope you're having a great day out there. Right now, you got silver trading up 29 cents, gold trading up 14, light sweet crude. Where is that on my screen? Up only 5 cents. You got the NASDAQ futures up about 14, ES Mini up 6.5, Dow futures up 50. Russell 2000 up about 5 points. And so let's just continue just for a moment here on King Dollar, the dollar index, and where might this thing pull back to? You know, we took a look at it on a weekly. We took a look at it on the monthly. We saw those channel lines that it's in. When the dollar index breaks out of the monthly chart, though, folks, you know, look out. I'll put my New York Stock Exchange longer-term monthly chart up on the screen because it's important to be able to, you know, correlate this. Why do you want to correlate this? Because the world right now, when we take a look at these markets here, it is ruled by what's going on inside the currency markets. The correlation is there, tick for tick. Now, the dollar index, this red line that's going across the top of my screen right here, is showing us the move of a move that it completed. And it did that 2 trading sessions ago, did that on the 14th, closed above it, and you can see yesterday pulled back down inside it. And now what it's doing a normal retracement. Now, that retracement, you first go and take a look at the major swing points. So in this case here, the major swing point on a daily chart for the dollar index is going to be October 27th. We know that is a real important date for us. Why? Because it's a large planetary index date, 17 planets that we're aligning all on the same day. That's an unusual event. It happens 35 times in 300 years, happens 0.03% of the time. And so we know that that's an important area. It's an important area if the low gets taken out here on the dollar index. It's an important area if the high gets taken out on the New York Stock Exchange. Mostly on the New York Stock Exchange. You can take a look at the other indexes, but the New York Stock Exchange is the broader breadth of what's going on. And so you really want to be paying attention to that. You can pay attention to them all, but you really want to be paying attention to that. Now, we go from the bottom there, that October 27th, all the way up to the high that we made on Wednesday, on December 14th. We take our retracement ruler, and you can see we've got the 0.382 area right at 78.52, 77.12 as at the 0.618. What else do we have at that 78.52 area? Well, we've got its last, from a candle standpoint, its last sign of strength. A bullish engulf. Remember, we were taking a look at the bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart and where the dollar index broke out and how important it is to really understand. Well, I think it's important because these candles provide us with great information. These are trading systems that have been around for thousands and thousands of years. That's a beautiful thing because they worked back then. They work now. Some people take advantage of them. You know, doing what you know, folks, is often different. Often different than what you actually do, folks. And so when you take a look at just a normal retracement would take the dollar index back into that bullish engulfing candle. The bottom of it right now really is the support. The support there would be a low of 78.06. The dollar index moves all the way back down there. I promise you it's going to be one heck of a Santa Claus rally. What we can also do is we can come back to, let's say, the last swing point in just simply this last leg. So this last leg here, now the 382, it would be normal. It would be the minimum that you would expect on a retracement. If it doesn't, the dollar index doesn't retrace back this way, we're going to bust out of that monthly channel, I can guarantee it, because it'll show substantial strength inside the dollar index, substantial weakness inside the pound, inside the euro. And so let's take a look here. And let's go from the date of November 30th, the low that we made out there in the dollar index, 78.01, go all the way back up to that high that we had from 2 days ago on Wednesday. And what you're going to see, that what we have, just a normal 0.786 retracement of that leg, gets us into that 78.60 area. Excuse me. 78.52 is the 0.382 area. So where do I think the U.S. dollar index is going down to? I think it's going down right there, 78.52, 78.60. That'll put some juice in these markets. That'll put a little juice in the euro. And if we go take a look at the currencies that are out there, let's go take a look at the currency pair. Let's go take a look at the euro, see what it was doing. We'll also go take a look at the correlation that still is out there between the dollar. Now, the euro here, what the euro is trying to do, it's trying to break out of this December 14th bar. December 14th, you can see this red line streaking across the bottom of my screen. I hope you can see it. What that is, that was a move of a move test. That was going back and testing the high of this October 10th area. The work is done for the time being on the euro. Where would the euro move down to or move back up to? Well, I say the euro is going to come back up and test this area right here, which is that December 11th, that is December 2nd area, that 0.786, the same thing we're looking at inside the dollar. That would get the euro all the way back up to 134. Be a wild trip, folks. Anyways, 877-927-6648. These markets are going to open. We'll come back. We'll see how they're going to pop and whether they're going to drop. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Ho, ho, ho! We're off to the races. You got the Dow up 81, S&P's up 10 almost, 9.3, composite up 19, small caps up 6, small caps leading the charge. Go small caps up 0.92%, the NDX up 0.81, up $18 and change. Why small caps? Well, small caps, folks, because 2 days ago we closed out our short positions and I had my clients go into the small caps via the TNA, and up another 3.5% today. So that is looking beautiful. And if we go take a look at the small caps right here on the screen, let's go see where we're at. And right now, what you can see in the small caps, just by simply taking a look at the Russell 2000, you can see as we let's just make sure I've got this. Change the retracement ruler on here. So let's go from the low that we had when we came back from Thanksgiving. That was November 25th, if you will. Well, it was really a Friday, if you will. And you can see the small caps here have not retraced all the way back to that 0.618 area. That was the first reason why I wanted to go ahead and take a position in the small caps, because the retracement was just a little bit shallower. Also, in the futures market, when we took a look at what was going on in the futures market, looked like the futures market were also suggesting that it was going to create this bullish engulfing, which it did not complete, unfortunately. Would have liked to have seen that, but it didn't. But still, when we were taking a look at now, in this case here, I wasn't waiting for all of the indexes to get back to their retracement levels. Why? Well, the reason why is because of the correlation between what was going on inside the dollar index and our markets. That's the next screen that's going to pop up here. And this next screen shows the correlation. That is the, that's the ES Mini. It shows the correlation. In this case here, what I've done is I've inverted the dollar index because when the dollar goes up, our markets go down. And in this case here, what I've done is I've inverted it. So in this case, if the blue line is going down, then the dollar index is I've lost my train of thought here. So I've inverted it. So if the blue line is going down, it means that the dollar index is getting weaker. Yeah. No, it's getting stronger. I apologize. Excuse me. Boy, got to get rid of that cold. That head cold, huh? And so you will see a correlation. Now, we're seeing right now the correlation kind of not move here, but this correlation has been working so well, and I was simply watching the dollar index. Well, we're just really taking a look at the euro, the pound, the yen, and the Canadian dollar. That's the basket. That's the primary basket of currencies. You can take a look at the Swiss franc and the Swedish krona. In any event, let's go to Tony in Massachusetts. Tony, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Steve. I was looking at the JDSU.
Okay.
I'm wondering if it's a good entry right here.
All right. Let's pull up JDSU. Give me just a moment here to pop that on my screen. How's your day going?
Not bad.
Good. Now, are you going to be taking in a football game at all over the weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Big game, huh? Being hyped up there. So we're looking at JDSU. Right now you got a 52-week high, 29.12, 52-week low, 8.59, short interest of 1.37%, trading out right now at 9.58. And so let's take a look at JDSU. You know, this is a nice chart here, folks, right now. Taking a look at the high on November 22nd. I imagine, Tony, are you looking at that high?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason he's looking there is because it's got 16 million shares, so you got a nice little high volume high. It has not come off of that high with any volume. Did a retracement back to the 0.618 area on November 25th. Came down, the retracement would have been, 618 was 948, got down to a low of 956, moved back up, has retraced back into it. So let's take a look at how it's retraced into that candle from November 25th, which was a low volume day, as we know, because it was just a partial day of trading. And when we come back, Tony, if you'd be kind enough to hang on, we'll go take a look at JDSU. Folks, 877-927-6648. Love to hear from you. And we'll be right back. Dow is up 91, S&P's up 10.
Look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how. At At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. But you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See, what we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. You got the Dow up 92, S&P's up 11, Composite up 27 points, Go Small Caps up 10, up 1.4%. I love that TNA up 4.3% right now. We're on the line with Tony in Massachusetts. And Tony, I just do not like the way that JDSU is behaving, even today. And the reason is, even though, we go back to the November 25th swing point, that was the Friday, folks, right after Thanksgiving. Market was only open part of the day, and even though it was open part of the day, who was really around paying attention? I wish I had actually been in front of a screen paying attention, but I wasn't, was taking the day off. And what we did was about a little over 2 million shares that day. So even if we just double it, it'd be at 4 million shares. And the way that it came down to that swing point on the 14th with 6 million shares, was into that swing point yesterday with 5.5 million shares. Today it's actually, it's not behaving well. It's trading out at 962 right now. I don't think this has not proven itself to me, even with that high volume out there, and so there's just something not right.
Yeah.
And it's coming into the swing point from October 4th, which has 7.9 million shares, so it makes sense that it would reject. It makes sense that it rejected on the 25th. Makes sense that it has rejected the last couple of days. But let this thing really prove itself to us, okay?
I see. Do you have a chance for one more?
Yeah, for you, absolutely.
Thank you.
You're my co-host.
B-O-R-N.
C-O-R-N, okay.
No, Born. B-O-R-N.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you in that trade, or what are you looking for there?
Yes, I'm in that.
Okay. And Born right now, folks, trading out at 344. And do you have where's your stop?
I've got it at 298.
298. Okay. So what you really want to see happen here on Born is, and this baby is a really nice looking stock chart, folks. Why do I say that? Because when we were taking a look at JDSU, we were looking at the highs that it had, the high volume highs. Well, if you take a look at Born, B-O-R-N, you can see that this has got a nice high volume high on July the 7th. It's got some mini high volume highs, if you will. It's got another one on September 27th. The low on that is 382. You'd certainly like to see it get back into there. It's got another high volume high up here on October the 31st. Only 542,000 shares. What you really want to do, though, is you want to see it get above that October 5th swing point. I'm sorry, October 4th swing point. So you're looking for that to get above 347. The way that this stock trades, what I would do is when it gets into the area here, when it gets into the low of 4, 14. You've got 542,000 shares. If you're coming into that with some good volume, then stay in it. If you're coming into it with some weak volume, then I would take some off the table.
Got it.
Okay?
Appreciate it, Steve.
You bet. Thanks. Happy holidays to you.
You too.
Okay. Appreciate that. All right, so we got the Dow up 64. You got the S&P up 8. Composite up 23. Small caps up 8 points. And let's go take a look at gold and silver. Let's see what we've got going out in the gold marketplace right now. Gold is trading up $11 out at 15.88. Let's pull up the daily chart on the gold contract here, and you can see that gold, came down to a low yesterday of traded from 1562.50 all the way up to 1596.50. You've gotten over that in intraday trading. Today you've got up to a high of 1603, trading right now at 1597. Is that 15? Where is that? 1588. 1588 is where it's trading at. And what you'd like to do, this thing is coming down hard, and it looks like gold really does want to get down and test the low, that 1535 area. You're trading inside that huge bar from September the 26th, and the low on that is 1535, high up at 1667. So I don't think the work is done here. It will be. Let's see what kind of candle. Let's see. Yesterday we closed out at 1572.90, opened up at 1573. No bullish engulfing possible today. Let's take a look at silver. Let's look at silver in the SLV for my man Mac from Orlando that called in. And yesterday he is in the SLV, and I see we've got a caller on the line. It's the first person that Santa visited. How about that?
And don't start with me on that one. I got too much flack on that one.
You did? From who? You can't.
I can't believe people don't like Santa Claus. I mean, for God's sake.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Hey, I went out last night, scoured the town, and looking for a Santa hat. I was going to wear it today for all I could find was one with sequins on it. Nah, that didn't work for me, Larry.
Well, they had some specials on in Victoria's Secret, but I don't know if you saw those or not.
No, I didn't stop in there.
Okay.
Thanks for telling me.
I get the seniors edition, so you probably don't get the same one.
Is that it? Well, Tom and I will go over there after the show. We'll check it out.
Yeah. Listen, Steve, the reason why I'm calling is, yesterday when I'm on my show, I was recommending, buying silver,
yes,
the SLV, and it's up today, and so I was suggesting folks to put their stops under yesterday's low.
Great.
That way it'd be almost a risk-free trade. And then also in the sugar, sugar's up a little over $150 today. So, they should put their stops below, the 22.60 level.
Okay.
So that would be a loss of less than $150. And we have a weekend here.
Yes.
Coming up, and then we got a really narrow trading week next week. So you always want to have your stops in at all times, but especially during, the holiday season, because the markets they can move either direction quite a bit.
Yeah. So, we've got, on the silver trade on the SLV, you're suggesting folks move them up to somewhere around 27.70, 27.69, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
That way they'd be pretty much into a risk-free trade, and if it, continues on, then
absolutely,
it'll look pretty good. So
absolutely.
That's about it.
Now the week going into Christmas, that traditionally is an up week?
Actually, the day following the Christmas holiday, of course, Christmas falls on the weekend, I believe, this time. So that would mean the Monday following Christmas has a high probability, but nothing like the one from Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is out there all by itself. All other holidays are in about the 62% probability of being higher.
That's perfect. Hey, Larry, thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Happy holidays.
Oh, you bet. Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Folks, we'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
As Tom says, go long, America! Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but two exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed, with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to your trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Cruising into our last segment. Stay tuned, because Tom and I are coming up doing the Money Master Show. Then in the bullpen, we got Basil Chapman. He's going to hit a home run for us. And then when it comes to your health, folks, this is the man you want to spend time with, Nico DeHaan. He'll be on from 12 to 1. David White, the warm-up band today for Tom from 3 to 4. And then you got Tom O'Brien taking home from 4 to 6. Now, what you're looking at on my screen, you heard Larry call in, so Mac and your brother, move your stop up. And you're in the SLV trade. You're in a good spot there. And you heard Larry talk about the day after Thanksgiving. And the day after Thanksgiving versus, let's say, after the day after Christmas that the market is open. And the probability of success. So As you know, I've done a special report that I've sent out to anyone that sends me an email request at steve@tfnn.com. If you haven't gotten yours, just go ahead and send me an email. And what I was taking a look at is the 1939 time frame, because it really is replicating where we're at today. In 1939, it was a pre-election year. We're in a pre-election year. This year, on October 26th, really October 27th now, is really the high. We had a P index date, a planetary index date, a Pesavento index date, if you will. One of those very, very large anomalies that are out there. That's the red line that's going across the top of my screen. So we have that in common. Well, with regard to the Santa Claus rally, are we going to have a rally? Yeah, I think we're going to have a rally. Is it going to be a huge rally? No, I don't think it's going to be a rally that's going to take out our P index date. Absolutely not. And you can see that that's really what happened here. Now, you remember the day after Thanksgiving, the 25th, right? If you would take a look at your charts, you'll see that a day that was supposed to move up, it didn't move up. It moved down. Well, let's go take a look at Thanksgiving here in 1939. November 24th, 1939. Everybody got nice and, had a great meal the day before, if you will. And you can see the market traded down, just like we did. Just like we did. Yeah, our market then bounced up, if you will, from there. But what I want to show you is just simply how patterns just simply are out there and they repeat. Does the past equal the future? Well, it doesn't equal the future for you, except for all the good things that you do. But I can tell you that with regard to the marketplace, with regard to that emotion that's out there, that it absolutely does. In fact, you look at the blue lines that are measuring contractions and expansions between swing points. That's sacred geometry. Those 1.618s, these move of a move, these 618 retracements, these 786 retracements, these 618 retracements, this 1.618. Folks, they work. They've worked in the past. They're going to work in the future. I want to help them put to work for you because they are really great guides to understand what's going on. But what you really have to pay attention to is we have to pay attention to what was occurring back here because we are seeing similarities. I've just given you a few similarities, and to not pay attention to it, well, I don't know. That would be like driving without a triptych or a navigation system to a place that doesn't have addresses. Well, we do have addresses. You're at our address here at tfnn.com. And so, send me an email if you don't have this, steve@tfnn.com. My gift to you, I want you to understand where you're at. Why do I want to understand that? We talked about the channels earlier. We were taking a look at the dollar index, the weekly, the monthly, understanding channels. These channels here work. You can take a look at this nice bullish leg that we had in the marketplace going back from the 2002 time frame all the way up to the highs that were made up here in 2007. You can see the market move down into the March 2009 time frame, move back up into May 2nd. Now we're inside a down channel. We are inside this channel. When this gets broken, I'll be the first to tell you. But right now, we're in the worst bear market possible. But what we do, what Larry does, what Tom does, what Basil does, what David does, we make money when the markets are going both ways. Why? Because it's breathing, because it's fear, because it's greed. And for us, for you, it's money in your pocketbook, folks. Anyways, thanks for being here. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned. Tom and I will be up in about 8-9 minutes. Love you. Be safe this weekend. See you soon.